boy BTB Rello. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get to this video.
Now consider this. Does the Ohio State University marching band have their field maneuvers directed by aliens hovering overhead high above the stadium? A scary theory, to say the least. If you like that one, check this out. 13 of the scariest theories known to humankind. One of the most beautiful things about humanity is that we question everything. Where did we come from? Where are we headed? Is there intelligent life on Earth? Makes you wonder sometimes. When the mental gears really start moving, people can come up with theories that are downright terrifying. In this video, you'll learn about 13 of the scariest theories that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about your reality. But before we dive down this thought-provoking rabbit hole, become a bona fide bright-sider by clicking that subscribe button. We put out several new videos every single day, so don't forget to enable post notifications too. Alright, you better take a moment to stretch your muscles of your mind, because you're in for an exhilarating intellectual ride. Number 13, the Great Filter. When you really consider the size of the universe, it's only reasonable to assume that it's filled with countless life forms. Yet, we haven't stumbled across any of them so far. So why is that? According to this theory, somewhere out there exists a great filter. The main purpose of this filter is to stop those civilizations that advance to the level of star colonization. If we suppose that this idea is true, there are three possible scenarios for humanity. A, we're unique because we've passed the great filter. Other civilizations haven't managed to do this. B, we're among the first potential colonizers. Before, the conditions in space were too harsh for life forms to leave their home planets. In this case, chances are that we'll soon encounter aliens. See, we haven't reached the level of technological development that's advanced enough to pass through the filter. Consequently, the trial is still ahead of us.
One thing I could say, they are already here. Trust that, they here. Living witness.
Number 12, higher dimensional beings. Let's imagine something pretty bizarre now. 2D people. Obviously, if you stared at them from a certain angle, like from the top, they wouldn't ever spot you. They'd live peacefully in their two-dimensional lives without any suspicion that someone's watching them from above. And now, imagine something even scarier. What if a 4D being was looking at you from their four-dimensional world? Just like a 2D person, you wouldn't be able to notice this creature in your 3D world. You could potentially interact with a 2D person if you found the right angle. In the same manner, a 4D life form could talk to you. Unfortunately, even if these higher dimensional beings exist, they seem reluctant to make contact with the human race. Number 11, false vacuum. This scientific theory says that our universe exists in a false phase state, which means that it's just a temporary thing. What's more, it's only a small part of a larger universe. Let's say this bigger universe is a pot of boiling water. According to the false vacuum theory, the universe we live in would be just a tiny bubble on the surface of the water. But this can't go on forever. One day, perhaps in billions of years, this false vacuum will eventually burst, and then the visible universe around us will instantly vanish with a pop, without any preliminary warning. And what that means for humanity, well, you can probably imagine. Number 10, we're living in a black hole. Now, you're probably aware that a black hole sucks in everything around them. But what happens to the stuff it engulfs? What if a black hole already swallowed us up long ago? Surprisingly, some physicists deem this theory pretty plausible. According to Dr. Nikodem Pawlowski, a theoretical physicist at the University of New Haven, everything that a black hole sucks in may turn into a new universe inside the hole or on the other side of it. Who knows? Maybe that's how our universe was born and where it's currently located. Ooh. Number 9, white holes. Now, the theory of white holes is closely connected with the previous idea. While black holes engulf all matter so that even light can't escape, white holes are quite the opposite. These formations are believed to spit out everything that black holes suck in. In other words, a white hole is a hypothetical area of space-time that nothing can enter from the outside, but light and matter can escape from it. It's vice versa for black holes. You can only enter one from the outside, but can't get free afterwards. Number 8. The multiverse theory. You may have heard of the existence of a parallel universe. In that place, everything seems the same, but is in fact quite different. The multiverse theory takes it all one step further and claims that there might be countless other realities beside our own. Now, according to this theory, we live in a bubble that's just one of many other bubbles. They constantly pop up and vanish, not unlike soap bubbles. And who knows? Maybe in one of these universes, dinosaurs still roam this planet. Number 7. Brain in a vat. This idea has provided the groundwork for a number of thought experiments. Just consider the following statements. The origin of consciousness is the brain. The brain needs electrical impulses to operate. However, it can also be influenced by external stimuli. Thus, if such stimuli are simulated to a high degree, the brain won't be able to distinguish these artificial stimuli from natural ones. Basically, what this means is that you very well could be just a brain in a jar. Something is feeding you false impulses, and you're hallucinating your whole life in reality. Now, that's a truly weird thought.
Yeah, that one crazy. That one is crazy.
Number 6. Roko's basilisk. Roko's basilisk is a hypothesis that some future super-powerful artificial intellect can retroactively punish people who've struggled against it in the past, which is our present, or even those who did nothing to help bring it about. This theory mostly explores the possible consequences of developing AI to such an advanced level that it can backfire on us. Who comes up with this stuff? Ready for more? Number 5. The transcension hypothesis. How about a less scary, more positive theory for a change? Well, I'm ready for that. The transcension hypothesis states that a civilization eventually gets to a certain intellectual level. Having reached this point, it manages to achieve microscopic technological singularity, okay, stay with me now, and create a black hole which will allow this civilization to leave its visible universe. This way, it'll take its complexity, intelligence, and growth to new levels. At the rate our scientific development is going, this becomes a real optimistic probability for the human race. Number 4. The terror management theory. According to this idea, everything we do comes from the fear of death. Our wishes and motivation are based on just one thing, and it's the idea that one day we will stop existing. When you consider modern medicine, or even just anti-aging procedures and products, it becomes obvious that we really are desperately trying to avoid death. Science works day and night to ensure that humanity will survive, and the human lifespan will become longer and longer. Number 3. The 6th mass extinction. This theory is probably the most horrifying, yet unfortunately, it's the most probable scenario. Some biologists believe that humanity is headed for or already passing through the 6th mass extinction. It has to do with how overpopulated our planet is. In the 18th century, there were about 1 billion people on Earth. But nowadays, just a couple hundred years later, the number of people on this planet has exceeded a whopping 7 billion. If nothing changes, the outcome will be unavoidable. Basically, humankind is due for a tragic demise. Number 2. The Fermi paradox. This idea explains why we probably wouldn't recognize an advanced alien civilization, even if it came up and bit us on the butt. This civilization could be so advanced that humans would never understand their ways. As a result of our dumb simplicity, this technologically developed race would never try to come in contact with us. After all, you don't pay attention to ants, do you? It's kind of like how ants don't realize that a highway you build near their anthill is what it is, a means of connecting distant places. We couldn't even fathom the complexity of this civilization, and they, in turn, couldn't be bothered to enlighten us. Number 1. The simulation theory. Now, according to the simulation theory, we all live in an incredibly complex computer game. Yep, nothing less than that. It's likely that either humanity in the distant future or any other technologically advanced alien civilization has created or will create numerous computer simulations. And while the number of these simulations was, is, and will be almost infinite, chances are that we're living in one of them right now. Sorry, that was my mind blowing. So which theory impressed you the most? Do you believe that any of these theories could be true?
It's hard to say, but I don't know. Y'all comment. Let me know below what y'all